Hey guys, what's up? Today I want to talk about market cycles. We have many different cycles. We can categorize them into uh, different categories. First of all, you have to ask yourself, do we have trend? Is uh, does market have any trend, or we just have the market is in a trading range? Okay, so these are binary questions you have to ask yourself before starting to trade anything. You have to ask yourself, do we have trend or we have trading range? Trend or trading range, okay? And after that, let's say we have a trend. If you have a trend, we have to then answer another binary question. This trend we got is a breakout or is a channel? Because we have two kinds of trend movement. The first kind is breakout. It's either breakout or channel. It's always one of these two. And after answering the question, if it's a breakout, okay, it's a breakout. But if it's a channel, what kind of channel? We have two kinds of channel: tight channel and broad channel. We'll discuss about all of them, and we'll solve and practice on chart. Don't worry about it. And another kind of channel is broad channel, which is broad. This one is tight. Let's say we don't have any trend. It's a trading range. Okay, it's a trade range. This trading range is it's a broad trading range or tight trading range. What kind of trading range we have? You have to answer this too. Tight or broad? Okay, don't worry about it. I will write it neat and typewritten. Okay, I write them down and type them so you can see them this way. It's much better. Okay, I told you and I explained that we have market. It's either trend or trading range. If it's a trading range, it's either channel or breakout. If it's a channel, it's either tight or broad. If it's not a trend at all, so it's a trading range. It's a trading range. It's either tight or broad. So let's start. I have no idea. I just wanna. Let's start with trend. As you might know or not, trend is a kind of a price, so you can tell it's dynamic and it's moving upward or downward. We have motion and it's moving vertical. Okay, it's either moving toward or downward. We call it trend. But trading range, we just have it vertically. It's it's horizontal. It's horizontal. It's moving horizontal, and we are trapped in inside the support and resistance, inside the top and bottom level. Okay, so this one is a trend, and uh, so does this one and this one. They are all trend. We have trend. We're not stuck in any specific area. We have motion. It's moving upward or downward, whatever. But let's say here. Okay, where is it? Okay, for example, here we don't have any specific trend here. It's moving up, and it when it hits the top, it reversed and it's moving downward. It seems that we are trapped inside the some trading zone, and we can't. It can't move beyond this area, and we have this static support and resistance areas. We call this kind of motion, trend, movement, trading range. We have the price ranging inside specific area, but here we don't have this kind of trading range. You know, it's moving in some direction. In this trading range we have direction too, but as I said, we have this boundaries up and down. But we categorize this trend and other things. So far you understand the difference between trend and trading range. Trend, we have motion, we have direction, and it's dynamic, but trading range we are stuck inside some specific area, and we have boundaries and so forth. Okay, this trend we can divide this into two categories, which is channel or breakout. What is channel and what is breakout? In breakout, we don't have any pullbacks. It's fucking powerful and strong, and it happens when we are we tend to break a level like support or resistance level. We wanna cross some area. We need this breakout. These breakouts are strong and they're long with small or non-shadows and tails. They're fucking strong, like this one. It's definitely a breakout. It can consist of one single candle or a few candles in a session. Yeah, you can have a small breakout, and between these candles, that's okay. We still call it breakout. So it's a breakout. It's a fucking breakout. It doesn't have to be a vertical with 90 degree angle. Okay, this one is acceptable too. And as you can see, we break some area, this one if you want to call it, and yeah, by this candle market break this level up, and yeah, it moved up. And this one is a breakout too. We had this resistance, and we break this area to upper levels and upper prices. Okay, so what about channel? What about channel? As you can see here, we have this breakout, we have this first of all, we categorize this into trend and trading range. Okay, it has some motion, and it's going up or down. So okay, so it's a trend. And what kind of trend? If you have some pullbacks between your legs, significant pullbacks, so it's a channel. But if you don't have any pullbacks, or if you have, it's eligible, it's a breakout. And if it's a channel, okay, we haven't talked about channel that much. We have a channel a lot, we can see it a lot, like this one, it's a channel. We have these legs here, but we have pullbacks, we also have pullbacks. And there are two different kinds of channel. They're either broad or tight. For example, this one is broad. Why is that? Because first of all, you can figure this out by its angle. Okay, it moves in a small, it's in a mild angle. You know, if you measure this, it's probably something like 45 angle. But the tight channel, it's a more stronger and steeper, and you have small pullbacks like this one. It's a channel, but tight channel, or a better example is this one. It's a channel, tight one. And there's an interesting point. This tight channel are also broad channel at the same time, but in a lower time frame. In a lower time frame, you can see them in a as a broad channel. And this broad channel here, they are tight channel in higher time frame, which is interesting and good to know. What do we have here? It's a trading range. What about this one? This one is, if you consider just this area, it's a tight channel. But if you consider the whole of this, all of this together, it's a broad channel. This one is a tight channel. In a tight channel, it's better if you just trade it in a its direction. It's a for example, if it's a bull channel, just buy it and seek to buy that shit. And it's not a good idea if you get the pullbacks. You can get the pullbacks, but its reading weight is not that high. I think this one is kind of a broad channel, you know. Yeah, you can trade it. You could trade it in the opposite direction too. But this one with the small pullbacks, like one or two pullbacks, one or two bars as a pullback. It's a tight channel, and we traded in the direction of the trend direction, and we do the same for breakouts, which this one is breakout. Okay, it makes sense, totally makes sense if you just trade it in the direction of the trend, which is in this case the only option you got is to sell this shit. But in a trading range, you can both buy and sell. You buy at the bottoms and you sell at tops. Both are because the chance of a breakout is 50-50 and is the same. So the winning rate of both side is the same. So you can and you have the legs are big enough to take profits and make money. So we can trade it in both sides. And in this kind of breakouts, or this one, you just trade in the direction of the trend. For this one, you just sell it, and whenever you enter the position, it's okay. Don't wait for a perfect opportunity. There's no perfect opportunity, and all of these candles are forming by institutions, so you can make money too. Why not? And you can enter the position at the close of pullback, or at the close of bars, or in pullbacks, or whenever you want. This one, we have a nice, beautiful bearish channel. I call it nice because it's really neat and precise, and it's lovely. It's really precise, and it moved inside this channel really gently and professionally. But you could trade it because it's a broad channel. You could trade this shit in both sides. However, in downside is more safe, and the winning rate is more is higher. But you could trade it in. You could buy it. You could also take long positions, and some did it, and that's why you can see the candles. Okay, there are always some people, institutions, whatever people. We can we don't form anything. We don't form shit, because we are just 5% of the market, and institutions are 95% of the market. So basically, they are the one who formed the market in these candles. Okay, we have this broad channel here. We traded both sides. Beautiful. Could buy it and sell it. And if you're curious to know when to enter the position specifically, okay, for trade confirmation, for entering a trade and opening a position, you need some confirmation, such as signal bar. Signal bar is a bar that it's a like hammer, it's a doji, or it's a weak bar. It signals you that this dominant dominant trend and dominant side of the market. They're losing their power. In this case, we have bulls dominated the market because we have this bull channel. So when you see this kind of candle, you see weakness in market after this strong candles in a row. When you see this one, you see a sign of weakness. So you have to be aware that okay, something is going, something seems fishy, and you have to be aware and be ready to enter the position the opposite direction maybe. And but it's not enough for you. It's not enough for you to enter the position. Okay, as you can see, after that you see this positive candle, this white candle. You have to wait until the bears, the opposite side of the market, they engulf this candle, this white candle. And for engulfing this candle, you have to you need a strong candle in black, which is this one is okay, okay enough. It hadn't covered and engulfed this candle entirely and completely, but it's acceptable, I think. And I could enter the position, and you might say, okay, we lost a lot of profit here. Could enter here after this. Yeah, I could enter after this. That's okay too, if you want to take risk. And yeah, some people they enter here after. I want to add something here, that this one, if you mark this area, you can see in a lower time frame we have a trading range, because whenever you see some candles in a long each other, it's definitely a trading range in lower time frame, like this one. If you check this out in lower time frame, you're definitely gonna see a trading range, because by the definition of trading range, the candles are the price is stuck inside inside two boundaries, and they don't cross that boundary and that levels, and they trapped there for a while. I wanted to set that. Sometimes the entry bar and signal bar are the same. For example, if you after this positive candle, white candle, you see a candle like this one, it's both engulf and it's a signal bar for you, and you can enter the position right after this, right after it close here, and you can enter the next. These kind of signal bars are so legit and great, because you don't you miss tiniest amount of profit. You don't miss too much profit like this one, and you don't have to wait too much. It's yeah, I was saying, if you want to enter a position, you need some confirmation before doing so. For example, another example is here. It's a signal bar because it's kind of a shooting star, hammer, whatever. It's a weak candle comparing to this ones. And when you see this one, we call it signal bar, because it gives you a signal that your current trend is not strong enough anymore. And when you see this one, it's a kind of, it could be a entry bar for you, because it engulfs this candle here. Engulf. And you can enter the position at this price, and it could make a profit like 40 pips, which is really good. Another example, this one, you have this, you kind of have a trading range. Each pullback, you can call each pullback a trading range, because in lower time frame we can see it's a trading range. You have this one as your signal bar here, this one, this candle, and this one, or the later one, as an entry bar. You can enter the position at this level after crossing this level down. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you wanna learn more, you have to practice yourself, and if you have any question, you can ask me, and you can be in contact with me whenever you want. Okay, take care.